All right, Green. All right, let's on. Woo! Why do you always scream?
Because I'm excited.
You always scream.
I'm excited, David.
You come like pre-excited. That's no pun intended in that. I've been saying, right. You've had a lot of energy these last couple episodes, haven't you?
It's because I'm home alone now.
You know, that makes a lot of sense, Mr. I will fuck you too, you love me. Okay, that's a beautiful name that we got in here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another proud, or unproud, I should say, for me personally, episode of the Double D Experience, where the Double Ds meet to discuss anything and everything under the sun. You guys know it. You know the drill. I'm not going to give you the whole spiel or talk for eight fucking minutes straight with Dennis like I normally do. Because you know what, we have someone else. We have company. There are two D's, and now there's a K. Oh my God, there's a K.
Literally, dick.
That's me.
We're missing an I and a C. We need to find an Ian and a Carl.
This is the worst game of Hangman I've ever played. I just want to start by saying that.
Oh, God, okay. Well, everybody, I would like you to welcome our very first guest to the podcast. Yes, I actually did get somebody to agree to be on this shithole of a show that I host for you guys over here. It is Koopa, your actual favorite commentator from New Jersey, because it probably isn't me. Usually people say mean things to me in private. Kyle, hello.
What's up?
Baba-booey.
I too have seen The Sopranos. Oh, no, that's Howard Stern. Fuck. I'm getting my tri-state pop culture messed up. God, I'm a fraud.
No, you're just getting your New Jersey pop culture messed up.
Yeah, I'm fraudulent.
You're not a New Jersey.
The GABA has unfortunately been ghouled.
You have not been gabagooled enough, my friend. And you also are not Jersey until you have at least had Taylor ham once in your life. And believe it or not, though, I had it once. I had it once at a deli.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought, personally for me, it's going to sound real gay, I'm still a sausage boy. I'm still a sausage boy. I still love me some sausage, egg, and cheese. Like, I don't know. I like the Taylor ham. It was pretty good, at least from where I got it. It was pretty decent. But I still am I'm a sausage simp. I'm sorry.
Well, I will tell you, Dennis, as a Cuban, I prefer to walk outside of my house and shoot my breakfast in the morning. Because I like bacon on my egg and cheese sandwiches instead. You know, I'll just walk up to a pig that's just crawling outside that's still there after, 60 years ago from that failed CIA raid, and I'll just chop one of those fucking cheeks off, roast that shit. Probably the most Cuban thing about me is the food, to be honest, because otherwise I am the whitest Cuban you know. As you all know, we come as light as me or as dark as LeBron. There is no real spectrum there's a huge spectrum when it comes to the skin tone of Cubans.
I detect no lies.
No. Kyle is correct. I think Puerto Ricans also go for the same way. Where
it varies. No, it does. I'm very white passing as a Puerto Rican. I've had multiple people tell me this, both close and not close to me.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to that waiter that one time at Macaroni Grill. I guess.
God.
Whatever.
Just like an offhanded comment. It's like, oh
yeah,
really? It's like, really? Like, you're Puerto? What? Because he's only seen dark Puerto Ricans in his entire life. It's like, what?
Yeah, but my brother is much more dark complexed than I am. So I went years of my life thinking that I was adopted, or he was adopted. I wanted it to be him because I wanted to stay, quite frankly. But I'm really glad. Yeah, I'm really glad you guys started off on a subject that I think a lot on more than a normal person should, which is the quality of my breakfast sandwich. And I'll just go out and say this: I think bacon. Low tier breakfast meat on a sandwich. I am.
Yes.
I'll suck my dick, the both of you.
No. Look, listen, David. If I'm gonna be paying that much for a sandwich, I want to feel as if I'm having more meat than bread.
Yeah.
When I have bacon, I don't hate on it. I don't hate on anyone who likes it, but it's not my go-to just because, I just want, when you have a burger, right? You want that patty to be thick. That's at least the way I'm thinking of it.
I want it to be flavorful more than thick.
Sausage ain't flavorful?
Size isn't everything.
What? What? Like, David, I don't understand what you're telling me right now. You're telling me that
It's not the size, mate. It's how you use it.
I'm not even talking about size right now. I'm just saying, like, you saying sausage ain't flavorful? Like, what you trying to say, man?
Well, sausage is flavorful.
Trying to start a fight?
I mean,
in
you
this
talking about? I
podcast?
would fucking fight you. Whoever the goddamn well, please, you fucking. We're not getting on this yet. We're not getting.
I
on
will
this yet
say. I will say. I will say.
Okay,
The
Kyle's gonna
sausage,
come in and mediate.
the sausage, egg, and cheese, for me personally,
Yes.
has the highest rate of me being very happy or me very upset. Because here's the deal. Here's what makes and breaks. Here's the tip.
Okay.
As a non-chef,
The tip.
here's my chef opinion.
The sausage tip.
Here's the sausage tip for all you fans out there. The best, like, there was a sausage, egg, and cheese place by my old job, and I've talked famously with my old job. With David, I worked with white supremacists and conspiracy theorists.
Oh, the best of people.
Yeah, and you know what? They
Cream
knew
of
their
the crop of
breakfast, though,
America.
unfortunately.
Yeah, they make a mean breakfast.
Yeah, so there was there's a deli up the street from where I worked, and on default they give you 2 sausage patties, a luxury in other breakfast spots.
Ooh.
And to this day, that is still as shitty as this place was. It was a terrible place to work. The food, there was not that many food options around where I worked, but that breakfast spot hit 9 times out of 10.
Was it a deli though? Like, was it like an actual like deli?
Was it? I don't know what it was. It was weird. Like, the vibe of this place when I walked into it was strange. So, like, you walk in, there's all your typical fixings of, like, it was pretty much like a breakfast spot, breakfast lunch spot. They got, like, you got your countertop with the grill. They have baked goods. They sold books.
What the fuck?
It was all over the place. The
Like,
feng shui, like, my inner Marie
feng
Kondo
shui.
was fucking freaking out. It was too much for my brain to handle.
It's like when you get closer to the place, it's like on top of the place, it's just like this shitty sign that just says breakfast, and like the K's already dangling off of it. And like the lights are barely like just basically blinking on and off. It's like, and then you just looking at your friends like, hey, yo, you want to try that place? And like all 3 of them are just like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't want to get murdered inside.
If I was a better editor than I am, I would definitely take one of the letters on screen right now from the Double D Experience logo and just like shift one of those. Make it starts like squeaking.
It's like like with like the lights are like just blinking on. It's like
Look, man, all I'm saying is that I would rather have like some sort of flavorful, like small strip of meat than have some larger, like, flat cardboard Canadian shit. You know what I mean? It's like when it's like flat. Ham is good. Don't get me wrong, but bacon is just. It depends on the bacon. It depends on the fucking bacon. You
okay,
asshole.
but if you have
all
if you have a thin, crispy ass strip of bacon, then honestly, like,
oh no,
that's
no,
a waste
fuck,
of money.
fuck bacon. Fuck bacon.
no,
that
that's
shit's
why I'm
garbage.
saying.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
no,
saying,
no.
like,
I
100%
made
that.
myself some good old, grandma's jambalaya was just so good. Just put that shit on the I had bacon this morning, made it myself, burnt that shit to a beautiful
look at
crisp. It was bomb. Homemade bacon is one thing. Yeah, most places where you buy it from, that shit gives bacon a bad name. It just goes on to the trend of that bacon was back in like 2008, when Obama first got elected and everybody just rejoiced at the first black president. So they're like, fuck, I gotta get some bacon.
Wait,
so
how'd you go from bacon to Obama? What?
It's a direct correlation. If I get into that now, we'll be here for 3 hours.
Kyle,
the point
this is one
is,
of the
there was some there was some sort of like math there that like I was not expecting.
This is like that scene from Hangover where like Zach Galifianakis just has that math just floating all around him, and like it's like me and Kyle are in the like are in our seats, just like that's like the whole thing going on in us, while Dave is just talking about how Obama equates to shitty bacon. Like
I don't think like that quality of bacon got any better in 2 more presidential terms.
shit.
No,
yeah,
it
shit
didn't.
is shit. Yeah, shit is shit.
Shit just exploded everywhere, and then bacon, like, they started putting bacon on everything, on, like, bacon on top of other bacon sandwiches, bacon lube, bacon lotion, bacon-flavored condoms, which, I'm serious, like, look that shit up, I'm pretty sure it's a real thing. They started putting it on absolutely everything. It had to be bacon. There's bacon ice cream now, and shit. It's disgusting. It's like one of those, bacon is one of those things that sort of became a trend. And it's sort of in the same way. Bacon is, to me, like CBD is sort of like the modern bacon to me, in that it gets put in absolutely everything with zero purpose. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discondoning the stuff or whatever. Obviously, like, use it as medicine, whatever, good for you. If you just like how it makes you relax, it's all fine and dandy. But there are people who put CBD in their coffee. Which
There's
is
a guy I work with that does that.
Is
And
that
it's-
not the biggest oxymoron you've ever heard in your life? Why would you put a downer inside of your upper? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm like imagining some idiot like coming on to Jimmy Kimmel and he's just like, so like, you know, like he's like, you're 150. Like, what's your secret? It's like, it's bacon. Nothing but bacon.
Do you know what that for some reason reminded me
Ow.
of, like the upper and the downer? That reminded me of like this one like this picture I saw on like Twitter a few years ago, and it was of somebody charging his portable battery with another portable battery that was plugged into it.
Yo, that guy just solved economics.
Yeah, and that guy was like, "Am I going to die? like what's gonna happen?"
Is it fucking How I Met Your Mother when they're bouncing the pencil off of the table and it goes up Barney's nose?
It's just like the stars
Am I
aligned.
dead?
The stars have
Am I
finally
dead?
aligned.
God, fucking golden. Well, I think it's yeah, good old standard 11 minutes in before we start to get to the meat of
Talking about economics, Obama, bacon, and I think low-key racism.
You guys aren't subbed to Obama's
tracks.
OnlyFans like I
That's
am,
right.
all right? We've been talking about Obama's OnlyFans on this show since episode 2. I'm like fucking tier 5 sub to that shit. All right?
Yeah, and Kyle is a new addition to the Double D Experience cinematic universe.
Yeah. Oh man.
It was just a 2-man show, but today is a 3-man show.
I've
I
never wanted to meet with a K more in my life than this moment. Only
Yeah,
one, though.
yeah,
Only one, though. You bump that shit up. Any more Ks than 2 is not all right.
Yeah, I wasted this joke already before we started, but I am essentially Smithers, and the rest of you two are.
We're just the 2 big booty bitches just like dancing
Yeah.
like, right all around you.
So I'm just wildly overwhelmed, but also very happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me on your show.
Yeah, of
Dude,
course.
thank you for coming, man. You have the honor of being our first guest, and I very much hope and know that you will not be the last one either.
Or
which
that
is-
even this appearance will be the last either. Like, this is already 13 minutes, 12 minutes in right now. It's already pretty lit. So
Yeah, I was pretty having a great time.
Yeah.
We didn't have to lecture you nothing about Double D Experience. I mean, Kyle was asking me some questions before I came on his podcast, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to Coop'd Up, you're just fucking stupid.
do it.
I want to tell you, I don't care, you graduated from like Oxford, Harvard, and MIT, like combined. You somehow did it all in like the same 3 years. You're a fucking moron if you're not subscribed to Coop'd Up. If you're not on the Coop'd Up
Damn,
podcast.
David.
The latest, greatest,
Damn, you
brand
going
new
in.
media podcast. I took a
Going
shot.
in.
I took a
Wow.
shot every single time this guy
Yo, it's getting
said.
hot in here right now. Yo, it's like I'm feeling the heat right now from David. Shit, he going in.
Yeah, dude,
Man's going in.
That heat accumulates when you're as proud of a Simp card holder as I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say how many doors did you have to hold open before you got one of those at Starbucks?
I'm so
Like-
fucking angry, dude.
How many OnlyFans did you have to donate for you to actually get a
Swear
titty
to
pic?
God, every single time Trevor memes me, it becomes the new fucking New Jersey tri-state meme for Smash. He has done this twice. 2 times he's done this, and now it's because of this motherfucker. I knew you were gonna come back to haunt me. I knew those worlds were just gonna fucking coincide at some point, and I thought it was gonna get me canceled. I thought Dennis was just gonna say some dumbass shit and be like, "What? How? Why are you friends with this person who's clearly joking? What the fuck?" No, he's gonna superimpose my latest headshots, put them on a fucking SIM card, make me out like I'm like this King Symposium, sub to Pokimane. Who else? Who are the other ones? Mango, the hot tub streamer, whatever. It doesn't matter. Dennis, I hate you.
You're
I
welcome.
fucking hate you, and I'm only half vaxxed right now, my friend. I know you are. I know you are too. So you best believe
also
the next time
same.
I see you.
Let's go.
Oh, are you?
Oh, half vaxxed, gang!
So together we're both 1.5 ways to being overly vaxxed.
Fully vaccinated. Yes,
Overly
exactly.
vaxxed.
We make up one person who took too much of the vaccine.
All
Yeah.
this dead ass corona that we just holding in
It's
our
like,
bodies right now.
what if I take Pfizer and Moderna?
And then you just transcend into a new being.
What?
Like, you just ascend into a new plane of existence.
Because what do you say? You're that freak who just buys both Pokemon games?
It'd be so funny if you turned into like coronavirus if you took 2 different vaccines. It's like, no, that you're not supposed to do that.
Well, I mean, Dennis, I know you were Pokemon Moderna.
Yes.
All right, cool. I was
And you're
Pokemon
Pokemon
Pfizer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
am
then
also
the third-
Pokemon Pfizer. So
Yes.
Woo!
And then the third
Get
version.
fucked, nerd.
And then the third version, which is Pokemon Johnson and Johnson.
Yes, exactly.
Has that one come out yet? Or I sound as if it's like a game. It's like, yo, did Pokemon Johnson and Johnson come out yet? It's like, when's the release date?
no, that one's readily available. I have.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is
that
now.
ass. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it is
Oh,
now.
alright,
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just like take that one too? It's like after I finish my Moderna.
Yeah, let
It's
me
like-
get a
it's like,
fucking.
I have a Great Wall of China as like as an immune system. I want to make it a double layer Great Wall. You know what I mean? Like I just want to get more of that shit in me. Give me that dead Corona. I'm all about that. Yo.
You shitty Mongolians! Stop tearing down my shitty immunity!
Mongolians being the China virus.
I'm sure. China.
China.
my God.
Well, so, in case you guys didn't see it, which I'm sure all of the Smashers who listen to this podcast probably did,
I like those.
this fucking
tweets.
Moderna motherfucker decided to take a picture of me and put it on superimpose it over this fucking clip from Arthur. It says Simp card on it. I do not look like a simp in that photo, by the way, alright? I don't fucking care. I look good in that shit, and I will die on that hill. And then fucking Adamus posts it as a reply to, like, fucking Dre Charles, like, simping over some cosplay girl with a big ass. And now he's gonna use that shit everywhere he goes when he sees one, man. It's the same time as, like, 2 summers ago when what's his name, Ramsey took that picture of me where I was, like, facing left and I was just looking into the distance, like, the fuck are you talking about? I'll put that photo on screen for those of you watching this on YouTube.
That is a great picture.
One,
That's a very good picture.
it got memed to shit as it deserved to.
Outside of the meme though, like David's Twitter picture, like actually like looked really professionally done. I honestly felt kind of bad superimposing that over the fucking SIM card because I was actually admiring the photo, low key, no homo, but like I was at the same time, I'm like, I have to do it.
The sexual
cough in your
tension
mouth.
between Dennis and his Photoshop app.
Oh yeah, it's just building up to that climax. You know what I mean, Kyle?
Oh, 100%.
When David called me out, and it's like, I don't know. I took that as a challenge almost when David basically said like, "Fuck you, that ain't me." I was like, I don't know why. I was already riding a bit of a high that day because I had a meme that I posted on. This is like how like fulfilling my life is right now. I posted a meme on Reddit. And it got up to 4.7K, like, karma. Like,
Wow, you're so cool.
Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? I'm feeling good today. I usually don't. Usually I'm pretty close to wanting to jump out the window, but, you know, like, the isolation just kind of does that to you, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know, David responded to me to that, and I was just like, I like, personally took that as a challenge.
I believe my direct words were, lick my ass, bitch, that isn't
Yeah,
me.
basically. So I was like, so I just looked at that and like, you know, my eyes narrowed and I'm like,
He has such a way with
it's
words.
it's on, bitch. It's on. And you know, as I was basically superimposing that photo over like Arthur and that one, I was just kind of like, there's this little blue bar that was like this. That shit infuriated me so much because like I just wanted to like get rid of it, but the app that I was using, like I wasn't too familiar with it. All I knew how to do was just superimpose dumbass pictures over other dumbass pictures. So just like I was just like, yeah, this will do. And then I just sent it to David's way. And I think some time passed before he replied back to me. So I was just chilling on my computer, and then I got like the Discord notification sound. And then I saw that David replied back, and it's just a long, fuck you! Like,
That shit went platinum on the fucking podcast Twitter, bro. Fucking Riz just followed it, so that's how you know.
You know, I got a very similar reaction from David when I announced my podcast the day before his podcast. I'm sure he hasn't stopped talking about it.
oh yeah, David. Oh yeah, like Kyle, let me
tried
tell
to
you something.
cancel this man.
Let me tell you something. Like Kyle, David outside, like behind the scenes, he like curses you out.
Shut the fuck up. That's
Like
not
he just
true.
like he tells me like horrendous things. He tells me you beat kids or some
Oh
shit.
my
like that.
God,
Like,
will you
like
shut
David
your
is
whore
like the
mouth?
most. David is the most hateful person I've ever seen. And he calls me hateful. He calls me hateful. Ain't that
The amount
some
of
shit?
times I have to literally
that some
censor
shit?
you on this fucking show, and you're oh my god.
David,
losing my shit.
David. I don't usually say this, and actually mean it. I know where you live.
Kyle just comes over the next day like.
I've shit in your house, David.
Just like,
I've shit in your house. We are familiar.
All right, well, you know that is one thing that you have on me. I've never been to your house actually. So
That's a shake.
I've not shit.
That's a shake.
Not that is a shake. I'll give you that one. That's a Coop 2 shake right there.
Kyle reveals that he like literally took a shit on your floor and blamed it on your dog like before.
Oh my god.
You think I can't discern a dog shit from a human's?
I mean,
Have you seen me
Kyle
shit
shit
before,
is huge.
David? You don't know.
I mean, you don't know.
You don't know.
David, you don't know that.
You don't know.
What if my
I'll
superpower,
probably take
like,
something-
listen, if I'm an
It's like
Avenger,
horrendous shit.
my Avenger power is being able to replicate the shit of a dog, and that's it. I can't fly, I can't lift up cars, but I can shit, and it looks eerily similar to dog shit.
I mean, that's good enough to get on Deadpool's team, but like, you can.
It's like, quick, distract him.
You-
Shit on the floor.
You could try out for the fucking Avengers with that shit. Come on, they're gonna laugh in your face. If anything, they'll shit on the table and throw it back at you. That's my prediction.
No. I truly think that there is some untapped potential. It is a secret high tier.
Look, I've stayed with this guy. I've stayed with you at fucking majors before. All right, your piss smells like asparagus.
Damn, David,
Wow.
why are you like now throwing shade at his piss now? Damn.
It's not a bad thing. That means
what's
that's
with,
healthy. That's healthy. It's
you know I'm
good.
self-conscious about my pee smells. First one, tell anybody.
Dude, you have no idea. Yeah, I take the most horrendous, disgusting, smelly, skinny white boy shits you will ever like whip up your nostrils that you'll ever see. Like you will walk out of the bathroom and you will be like, "Wow, that came out of that dude." This man sounds like he gave birth in there.
No, David's right. I've seen fairly big guys like
Let's take the
don't
big
take
shits.
like not even like a huge one either. And it must be because they're so their body's so backed up and shit. But like I've seen small ass people like they come out. I've literally seen one time like when I was at like the mall bathroom, there was like a huge line of people, and like one kid, a fucking kid, I'm not even joking. He came out of the stall that I was gonna go into, and he didn't flush.
Ugh.
And then I just looked down, and like, you know, a little TMI here, I guess, but it's just like, you know, it literally looked like a mound. A mound of shit.
What, did you go in to check?
No, because he didn't even flush. I just looked down and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh. I was about to like, you know, I think the kid was still like, I don't even think he washed his hands, that dirty little motherfucker.
Barnacles, kid, what did you eat?
Yeah, he just basically just walked out while taking a huge ass shit like that, and I'm just like, I didn't actually poke my head through the fucking stall and shit, but I was like in my head like,
Right.
I had like a bit of a conundrum as I was taking mine after I flushed, obviously. I'm just like, that could happen. I mean, like, you know, as a kid, like I've taken some big shits in my life too, of course, but it's just like. It's like, yo, what are your parents feeding you, kid? Damn!
I'll never forget the time that
What did you eat?
Not even my most uncomfortable poop experience, man. It was a Smash and Splash. I'm hobbling into the fucking stall. I'm half drunk.
Oh.
And then this guy just comes in and he had to choose the stall right next to me to like violently barf in. And this was not like a shit that like, I wasn't like, you know, crowning my way over there. I'm mid shit, so there's nothing I could do. I just have to listen to this man like throw out his excrements from the $30 fucking Mai Tai drinks that have every type of alcohol under the sun in them. You want to talk about things that were ran poorly, man. I mean, you talk like that had good food near it. Like you were talking about your job, and you were talking about your job, Kyle, that had that like bomb like place near it.
Oh yeah,
fucking
100%.
Max.
Like,
Fucking Max, bro, over in Wisconsin. But that tournament was ran like shit. Smash and Splash 5 was the worst ran tournament I've ever been to in my life, except for Qatar 9.
I also have a shit story, which is weird. I was not expecting the meet level ground here of all places, but
neither was I. I you know what? I joke about like this would be the kind of thing that we talk about, but it really did just naturally happen.
So one of my last memories before COVID happened was
Was a shit story?
Believe it or not, yeah, weird how this works out. I was at PAX with one of my friends, and I went to PAX East. It was dope. Had a lot of fun.
Okay.
A lot of hand sanitizer. Thank God. but I was
of course.
using the bathroom at cons is like one of the most life-threatening experiences you could ever have.
Biological
it's
tragedies.
Bad. It's
like,
really bad.
Really.
So I was I'm waiting in line, and I finally get to sit down and take a dump for the first time like all day. Now this guy gets into the stall next to me, and he was like a bigger dude, so I feel kind of bad. But this guy unearths the most rancid. He just starts peeing on the floor.
Ooh.
He starts peeing on the floor. It's like getting on my shoes, and I'm just like, what do I do? Like, do I call somebody? And like,
I'd kick the other stall. Like he was like, yo, like stop,
he's
okay?
having a time. I felt really bad. I was like, this guy could be hammered.
He's having a time.
It's like
right.
1 PM. I get it. I'm in Boston. This sort of stuff is normal. It's fine. And like, I pulled up my pants. I flushed, and I went on about my day, and I didn't think about it until this happens. And this is another reason for me to hate David. It's just he unearthed this terrible memory in the back of my brain.
Plot twist: that big man was David. This is like David just has to one up you somehow, so he just pisses on your foot.
That is not the way that I was planning to get my revenge against Koopa for being the actual most beloved Jersey Smash commentator.
What can I say, baby?
A title that was rightfully mine, stolen from my clutches. But no,
And
it's
I do it
fine.
again.
I'm actually not. I fucking do it again. No, I talked about it on this guy's podcast a lot. I wouldn't be where I am without Kyle, and he deserves to be where he is more than anything else. If you haven't checked out his episode of the Koop'd Up Podcast, the latest episode of it at the time of this recording, please go do that. Not right now because you're listening to this one. Don't turn it off, please. I need money. And
I'm subscribed to Koopa and subscribe to us.
yes, yes.
This was my plan all along, Koopa. Sorry, Kyle. This was my plan all along. David, we got him.
My plan was to get Koopa canceled, like, on his podcast.
All right, David, you could kick him off the podcast.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm saying I went in, and I'm just like, no. I'm going to get, like, no, like, I regret to inform all of you, this is the last episode of the Koop'd Up Podcast. We're canceling this man live right now. And I told the whole story about how he knew about, like, I was going to drop my podcast soon, and then announced his literally the same day that I was going to.
Because I am in the industry what we call an asshole.
Yeah, and Kyle has, like, you know,
I love assholes.
Kyle has, like, clout and followers and people who
You're
like
damn right,
him
baby.
and appreciate his work. I'm putting, like, bunny ears over all that shit, by the way. So naturally, you know, people like his, you know, it's fine. You know, record in Discord, you know, yeah, that's fine. You know, whatever, it doesn't matter. The scratchiness, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. You guys, please stop. You don't have to keep saying it. I'm
It's called
fine.
rustic.
I'm okay. It's called rustic, indeed.
David's just like gripping his knees with like his like just digging those fingernails into his knees.
Fucking
like,
bleeding, like, all over.
it's like guys, I'm fine. Guys, I'm fine.
Well,
Fine.
in all seriousness, Kyle, thank you so much for agreeing to do this and risk your entire reputation by having a conversation with the two of us. We appreciate that on levels that I didn't have to fight this man. I would have been like, listen, man, you sure you don't want to sign a waiver? Nothing like that. You don't want to say, I got to censor this guy, this Dennis guy, a lot of times on this podcast to stop myself from getting canceled. But
I said the F word once, David. It's not that big of a deal.
like 5 times. Like 5 times I can count and name the episodes.
Well, damn, David, I didn't know you care about my career so much.
Of course I do. You're my friend.
I have no career.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you.
At least not yet.
Listen, I look
Well,
fear
haven't gotten there yet.
I look fear straight in the nuts and say, punch me as hard as you can, balls. And I think I'm okay. My nuts are fine.
Well then.
Life does do that.
Well,
Life.
we'll find a way.
Fuck you. I was about to say it. I don't know why. I had a brain fart like thing after I paused. Wow, he's actually still going.
Yeah. Well,
I honestly wonder, did Jeff Goldblum like legit like kind of have a brain fart himself? Because that was a bit of a long pause on that line when he said it. It's like life. He literally says It's like life.
Chef
finds a
Goldblum
way.
in in every role he does, he puts like before like everything. You ever hear him in Call of Duty? Or
Okay.
I'm the magic Nairo, a magician. I cast a spell on you. Like his whole like bumbling thing is like his entire shtick as an actor. It's just what he does. It's good to throw in every now and again, whether it's voice work or regular acting that you're doing. You know, they even tell you to improvise a little bit when you're doing like some cold reads or takes of that kind of nature. It's to sound more authentic and like a human. But Jeff Goldblum. Oh my God, he like puts that shit into everything he does. It's like he's processing what he's reading while he's acting. It's like he's like visualizing the actual script in his head and like reading it for the first time and making sure he doesn't trip on any words to get them wrong. Except he doesn't just do that for his voice work. He does it when he acts.
Jeff Goldblum definitely is like the personification of like bullshitting until you make it, and he probably has just continued doing that ever since. Like he just went like imagine like the reason why he got a lot of these roles was like the casting managers were just kind of like, oh, he's great. Like things like, oh, why? It's like, you know, that like, oh, he has things like we
Jeff, do the water thing again. Do the water thing. Look at this guy. Look at this.
Look at how he like, you know, just pauses like that. Nobody pauses like him. Nobody pauses like Jeff.
You're
We must have him on.
baby. You're a tiger. You're fierce. You're a tiger. Like that.
I want like a British manager that tells me like I'm fierce. Like I don't know. It just sounds better.
I
like
can tell
Brits.
you're fierce.
No, but you're not British though. You're
Do an accent.
You're one of them people who are pointing missiles at us. So like I don't know if I could trust you.
Well, goddamn, I do that. That is
I don't
accurate.
know if I could trust you.
I won't lie. I mean, my father came here during the freedom flight, so you know, God knows he was able to get out of that situation. Hey, at the very least in Cuba, if you want breakfast, you just go outside of your house and stab it. All right. What other country can you do that?
Catch it. Beat
There's a
it.
whole island of people who look just like me.
Can you imagine? If,
Have
like,
you
Cuba was
seen
just
my
nothing-
Simp card?
We have actually.
Cuba's just like
That's my
Cuba's-
fucking Cuban passport, motherfucker. I
Cuba's
flashed
just like-
that to the tropas. Esa bien, vamos. They let me right back in.
Cuba's literally nothing but full of like big, lanky, like tall people that look.
Is it
kinda
just
like
is it just like the Citadel of Ricks, but it's just David like everywhere?
Yeah, it's like basically.
I know there must be something better.
It's like I visit Cuba for the first time, and I'm just like, hey David, this guy looks like you. It's like, oh yeah, that's my cousin.
Even the
And
women
that guy.
look like me.
And that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and that. And
So
that
who's the evil Morty equivalent in the Citadel of Davids? That's my question.
Are you kidding? You're looking at him. This guy, he's definitely the fucking Morty to my Rick in the Citadel of Ricks. Are you joking?
Wait, you're talking to me?
Yes, you.
The hell you mean?
Yeah, it's just another story. It's just the classic.
a peaceful person.
It's just the classic story. Dennis is killing Dennis's
While feigning ignorance.
while feigning ignorance.
Like,
You want to talk
I'm just
about like
I didn't kill nobody. Like, say he's like a corpse of people behind me. It's like, I didn't kill nobody. Like, I don't know what you mean.
yeah, if you want to talk about like a unique way to kill yourself, just walk down a street in Havana and yell "Viva Fidel." Any y'all any suicidal people down there in Cuba, whatever, you just don't want to live no more.
And like, Cuba's definitely not the kind of place where you die by gun. You die by machete.
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah.
Like, that is like the most Cuban, or like I'll even say this, Caribbean way to go. It's like, guns? Nah, we don't do that here.
Are you kidding, dude? They had like pro-revolutionary street gangs and shit, you know, back around those days, and you know, they don't do everything in the technical way. You know, it is an island. You know, getting shit shipped to you is a little bit more difficult, just a tad.
It'd be so funny if, like, during one of those revolutions, it's just like 50 guys with machetes and this one guy who brings like a 1700s era musket. It's like wait, what?
Shit, I'm at the wrong party.
Nah, look. Pedro.
Mira!
Like, we all agreed. Mira, yeah, literally, like, we all agreed. Machetes. Like, where the fuck did you even get that? It's like, oh, it's from my grandfather, you know, he had it during the other revolution, you know, when you
I
get
burnt
it
out
as a
my
keepsake, you know, it's like, you know, yeah. And I just decided, you know, I'll take it, you know, it's okay. And it's like, no.
I burnt out the
all
tip
said-
of my machete, rubbing off the stale skin of my cigars.
Imagine like the bayonet itself is like a big ass machete. It's like, look, I did it. Look, okay, it's okay. Look, it's okay.
If I was the doctor who
we
was
can do this.
operating on Castro that one time, man, oh my god.
Oh Jesus!
When he had his heart surgery, or
Like, it'd be a
whatever
shame
it
if I
was.
just
Yeah, yeah.
sneezed
Oh my god.
for like an hour.
it's like
It would be a shame if I sneezed directly into your bloodstream.
it's like real quiet, like when they're at the operating table, and the guy's just like, like into the coffin. It's like, like blows it.
It's hair drying or something like God.
It's like he just like have the hand directed towards it, like towards him. It's just like. And then they later find out that guy was like a CIA agent, and he goes back to headquarters. He's like, "We got him.
Perfect.
That dude dead."
I was gonna say, like, I'm trying to think of like a discreet way to do it that will simultaneously be funny. Because if it were me, I would just bite the bullet and get myself executed afterwards by just pissing into it, like inside of his heart. Like, just have that shit be wide open, just stand up, take my 8-inch Cuban sandwich cock out, as you call it, and then just, like, let it all hang loose and be like, this is what you get for taking my grandfather's business, you fucking cuck. Ow, shit, I hit my, like, with my
No, that I'd like to imagine that like.
I'm not kidding about that, by the way. That actually happened.
I could believe. I believe you.
Yeah, my grandfather and his family, they had a restaurant in Cuba, and not in the communist country. No. They had
Good
to
lord.
usurp that shit. And
It's not your restaurant. It's our restaurant.
it's our restaurant. All
It's
of a
our.
sudden.
It's everyone's restaurant.
Restaurant belong to people.
Oh man.
It belonged to people, my friend. Oh well, Kyle, it's good to have you here, my friend. To talk
You
about.
said that 3
I'm
times.
saying
already.
I was making a point with it. You want to shut the fuck up? You want to do that for a second? Okay, you want to do that?
See, David's just racist against Asians. Guys, stop Asian Pacific hate, please.
I'm pretty sure, literally, like, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not giving you the fucking decency of, like, repeating what you said last week. No, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Wait.
I'm gonna be the bigger man in every single possible way, motherfucker.
All right,
Physically,
pause for a second.
mental.
Pause for a second.
What
did I say before?
I
I really don't know. I say a lot of shit on here. Like, it kind of just goes over my head, like, sometimes.
something, coronavirus, combined with you being an Asian.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
God.
For you, it's not, whatever. I have a genuine question for our guest.
That ain't too bad.
I have
Come
a
on.
genuine question.
You baby.
All right, yeah, you're probably right.
Listen,
I mean, I have a card to prove it. So
listen, David, ask me your best cameo in Parks and Rec genuine question. I'm here for it.
oh fuck, I'm trying to remember that. That name is so
He's
familiar.
the guy. He's
Can you
he
refresh-
was Donna's cousin. He's the guy that does the "Riding on My Pony" song.
Oh yeah, your cousin
You know,
is the Genuine. You don't know who Genuine is? This relationship's not going to work.
arguably better than President Joe
God,
Biden,
that's it.
but I digress.
Yeah, or arguably, yeah.
That was actually a really weird cameo, though, when I first saw that. It's
When Biden was on that shit,
Yeah, because, like, old Joe's just kind of like, he kind of just always looks the same no matter where he's at. He's got that old.
He's got that,
tired
like, he's
face.
got that Rod Stewart effect where he's looked like he's 80 ever since he's 50.
He looks as if he should host Price is Right.
I would love to see Joe Biden on The Price is Right. Are you
What was
kidding?
it? Bob Barker, right?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
the Is he dead? Retired? What happened? To him?
I'm pretty sure he's dead, yeah.
No,
Oh shit!
Drew Carey's hosting Price is Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
Dude, it's amazing. Have you ever heard
Bob
of
Barker's
Sleep
still
Streams?
alive, by the way. He
Oh, is he?
David out here like just saying like, oh, he dead.
I thought Adam Sandler.
Oh, he dead.
I thought Adam Sandler like killed him after his movies got really bad out of like this big cusp of revenge. Like I thought he just wanted to take like his rage out on something from all of his movies being terrible for the last like.
are you
15
too good
years.
for your home?
Oh, so a little off. Also off topic. I legit thought like Regis Philbin and fucking Bob Barker were like both the same people. Like, cause I
He's
always just
actually
saw,
dead.
Like, I don't, just old, white, silver hair, like they all look alike. But like
Presidents.
yeah, essentially. Except for
the one with his OnlyFans. Except for the one with the OnlyFans, yeah.
Imagine George
Oh,
Washington
God.
on OnlyFans. So, you like freedom? Just like takes off his pants.
Tree Chopper 69 asks, will you take off your dentures and spit in a cup for me?
I cannot tell a lie.
Dono, baby.
I will.
Oh boy, I love
boy.
I love Ben and Michelle over the.
Oh my god, wouldn't it be so funny
Put
if, like,
put that
FDR
bitch right over the Oval Office where Trump used to sit and just
Wait.
bend her backwards.
Wait. I just thought of something.
Make myself a third daughter.
It's so fucked up, but like, can you imagine like FDR gets sent like an OnlyFans message
Oh
and
my
request you to stand up?
Oh. Dude, that's like the same thing as like going to like an improv club and they're being like, all right, well, what scenario? We need a setting. We need a setting from the audience. 9/11.
Oh my god.
All right, can we get a different setting here? A different setting here, something a little cleaner, a little nicer. Auschwitz. All right, who? Sir, you need to just. Can you please, like we? All right, forget that guy. Okay, forget that guy. Can we get another setting here? The Trail of Tears. All right, can you just somebody get that fucking guy out of here, please?
It's like one of those like like. It's like We Love America type of like shows, but it's like this is one guy who's just pointing out all the bad shit that they've done over the last like, it's actually pretty insane if you think about how like America's only been around for like barely 200 plus years.
Yeah,
and there's already like a whole list of shit that we've done, at least as far as like the United States in the past and even now. There's like a whole laundry list of like heinous shit that they've done that we're just like, when you read some of that, it's like. For me, at least, I read that list and I'm just kind of like, I mean, yeah, but I mean, that was like a long time ago. It's like civil rights movement was literally
it's
70
wild.
years ago.
it's hard to think about.
All right, look,
yeah.
listen, look, like it's, they could vote now.
It's a hard
like
thing
that
to
one
think
guy.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, like that one guy who just tries to justify everything. It's like, and I'm not like I do realize like there's plenty of shit about this country that does like need a lot of work, but it.
I mean, the Tuskegee experiments weren't that long ago. I mean,
Yeah.
What
like,
else?
a bunch of shit. Yeah.
MK Ultra.
Yeah. I also didn't even know this. Like, Philippines was owned by the United States at one moment, and I was just kind of like, yo, no wonder they love spam so much. Because Filipinos love spam.
I'm an avid
They love
spam
that
defender.
shit.
I
found that out
for the rest of my life.
I know. Same here. Koreans also, they love spam. Because Korea and Philippines were like one of those countries that basically when they got liberated from the U.S., Americans brought over like a lot of shit that like, at least for my people, we had no idea about. And when they brought spam, we were like, all right, what the fuck is this? Because like, we ended up basically using that in a lot of dishes that Koreans even use today. And then there's Filipinos who like, they just love spam. Love that shit. And I don't know, like it's like just one of those like weird cases where it's like it sounds real stupid to say, but it's like, America fucked up in a lot of places, but at least they gave us spam.
At least they gave us spam.
It's something.
Yeah, I'm sure that makes up for it. Like give those people, those guys that were in the internment camp, like $5,000.
Oh yeah, give like
whatever.
all those Japanese people just like cans of spam. And like, we're sorry.
Like Donnie Brasco. Like you risked your life, infiltrated the mafia for years on end. At this point, like sweating blood from how nervous you were of like having these guys slit your throat in their sleep or chop your body parts and throw them in the Hudson. Yeah, you did it right. We'll give you $5,000. We'll give you $5,000 and a crisp handshake and tell you your country thanks you.
I would literally do what Bruce Wayne did at the end of Dark Knight Rises, where he just basically fucks off and just basically just disappears like forever. Like that would be me if I was ever in like, because the dude basically almost got nuked to death, and like at the end of the movie, like he just somehow miraculously survives. When I saw that, I was kind of like, he's Batman. He's Batman, okay? Like he's Batman.
Reminds me of
Like,
Kyle.
of course he's gonna survive.
It actually reminds me of Kyle because this guy's commentating the
Yeet.
Smash World Tour on a semi-regular basis when that happens. And I'm just thinking to myself, he's the hero the tour needs right now. Because Kyle's worked his way up as a commentator for quite many years at this point to get to the prestigious position where he is today. I would love to see Kyle become literally the tippy-top Smash Ultimate commentator after taking, like, an 8-year Batman hiatus.
Imagine he goes to Evo.
Like, he's in his house.
He goes to Evo one day and he's just kind of like, yeah, guys, like, he just announces on Twitter after, like, an 8-year hiatus, he's like, yeah, I'm back. It's just, like, a million retweets and shit. It's
Smash,
like, oh my god, he's back!
If Smash is still at Evo in 8 years, I'll eat my dick.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, actually, I wanted to ask you guys about that.
No,
Kyle.
I was gonna say if
Evo
is also if Smash is also at Evo in the next 8 years, I won't eat David's dick. I'll eat like I don't know spam shaped dick. Can I work the spam into that somehow? Yeah.
I don't know. Some.
You want me to like
eggs?
mold it into like the shape of a
100%.
dick, like Play-Doh beforehand,
That's exactly
and then fry
what
it
I
up, and yeah.
No, he's gonna.
At least make it semi-enjoyable for you instead of like just eating raw
Oh God,
spam
no!
out of a can that's on
People
top
that eat
of everything
spam
shaped
raw
like
are
a
like
dick.
not human.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
They are,
Dude, are you?
Hold on, wait.
It's like Play-Doh.
I have eaten it raw once when I was a child, and I was just like, you know, when you're a kid, like a lot of shit doesn't bother you.
I
but it's
ate
kinda
Play-Doh
like,
when I was a kid, dude. Are
like,
you kidding? That shit was a
what-
delicacy.
When I had this, I was just like, I like, you know, just had this like, nah, don't like it, don't like it, and like I just like, I literally tossed that can across the room. I'm like, wow, I was a fucking idiot, like, cause like the fucking like the
Did it go
spam
everywhere?
yeah, basically. Because like what I basically did was like I opened it up, right? And
Yeah.
I got the spoon and I started crushing it up. So I just tossed that shit across my kitchen, and it just like exploded everywhere. And I was like,
that'll do.
you know, like when you're, yeah, you know, like when when you're like a dumbass child and like you do stupid shit, but like you know you don't ever think about the consequences like ever.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're a fucking child. So like. I literally, like, you know, I then spent, like, 30 minutes just cleaning this shit up, and then my mom came, and she was like, and she yelled at me, because, like, you know, like, what the fuck did you do? Because she's still, like, the 2 days afterwards, my mom was still finding chunks of spam on the floor somehow, and I'm just like, and I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, I didn't know, and, like, you know, how Asian parents be, they, like, be a little bit corporal with their punishments, and...
Yeah, can
White. It must be so nice to be in a privileged white home, David. Must be so nice.
Yeah, man, I'm so privileged. I'm so
white.
Man, I could just shoot up me a school right now. That's my white. Yeah, it's my whiteness for you. Yeah, my life sucks so much.
I'm gonna make Columbine look like a fucking joke. Like,
oh God, that one is just, oh God, that one's not I was playing like a custom Call of Duty map and where you can like upgrade the guns and stuff. It was like a custom, no, it is not going, a zombies map. It was not like, it wasn't in a school, it was a Modern Warfare 2 map in the desert. That's not where I was fucking going with that. No, don't worry.
David, I thought you were about to tell me that someone made a Columbine custom map.
No. It was a ported map from Modern Warfare 2 as a zombies map. And
I'd play that map.
And because it was made by some, random kid out of nowhere, some of the upgraded guns, when you upgrade the guns, they have funny names. Like the AK-74U is called the AK-74U, but then when you upgrade it, it's called the AK-74 FU2. Like, it has, like, funny names like that the developers made. And this guy wasn't even creative with it. Like, you would upgrade, like, the M4, and it would be called the school shooter. And I'm like, I feel genuinely uncomfortable playing this game. Because it was just made by some edgy kid in, like, his basement or some shit, where he was allowed to put that shit on the Steam marketplace. And I'm like, all right, cool.
I bet Treyarch was just kind of like, didn't even bother looking at it, and, like, they later found out, like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
We fucked up.
That's the thing, even Nintendo says, online interactions are not rated by the ESRB or whatever. The amount of times that, like, you get called, like, oh my God. Kyle, do you remember, like, in Smash 4 for Glory? You remember, like, when people were able to, like, create, like, custom tags in that thing?
I miss that so much. I miss, like... I've had some people say some very... like,
holy shit.
concerning things about my mother and what they're going to do with her.
Things.
It kind of made me a little upset. And then I'm just like, wait, I'm an adult. I have sex, you don't. It's like,
Yeah, it's like,
Sorry.
I mean, you could also just be like,
It's like I gotta. Sorry, I gotta go. I gotta go.
like, yeah, I
make
have
out
sex.
with girls while you make fun of me on the internet.
Yeah, it's so funny.
He's not
too,
good at-
considering, like how people made fun of people's mothers back then. Now it's just like the main insult is like your mom probably has an OnlyFans, and it's like,
And
okay. All right.
Well, the top
Yeah, I
earner,
heard-
she pays the
yeah.
fucking bills, bro. Like,
It's
I,
like, yo,
I got a new
it's like, bro.
Xbox because of that shit.
How would y'all feel if you knew that your mom was doing OnlyFans?
Oh, God.
Right?
That's a genuine question.
Ain't it? Eh? I'm like thinking in my head right now, like if let's say, if it was just, let's say my mom and me, right? And if it'd be like a world of differences if it's like I knew and then I found out, you know? Because it's like, if I already knew that she was already doing this, right? And I'm just kind of like, I'm like praying that none of my classmates find out. I'm like praying that none of them find it because, like, I know for a fact, like, I'm gonna be the butt of every. I'm gonna basically be bullied till I kill myself. Like, that's how it usually goes at high schools. Like when people find that shit out. Like, God forbid if your mom was a stripper, but it's like your mom has an OnlyFans and is like a top 1% earner.
There's going to be a lot more in the future.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of women just have OnlyFans nowadays to pay the bills. You'd be surprised the amount of, like, or like the types of women that even do nowadays. And that's more so a little bit of a commentary about our current economic system and the fact that a lot of women who don't even want to do that shit are resorting to it because it's just a really
only thing they can
fucking
do.
good way to make some cash.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Even Obama's doing that shit, which is just crazy, and like a former president, man. But like, Kyle, what about you? How would you feel if you discovered that your mom was doing
see,
OnlyFans? How would you feel?
I'm conflicted because I'm very pro sex worker. I'm all about those sex workers getting their bag.
Yeah.
Like I am in a perpetual state of broke, so I am forever in favor of somebody being in a perpetual state of not broke. However, I would love to be blissfully ignorant to the fact of my mother having an OnlyFans because I have a very I remember this is a memory that stuck with me as a kid or a trauma. I don't know what's gonna come, whatever comes first. No.
Kyle's mom was a
I
stripper.
had to
now.
like ask my parents a question, or like I had to like bring something to my parents' room when I was like I don't know, like 13 or 14, and my mom's always like, make sure you knock on the door before you come in, and I'm like, all right, and I didn't this time. No, but is that going where you think it's going? I opened the door, and my parents were like, I told you to knock. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? And then I found out that they were watching like the softcore HBO like porn show, and I knew what it was because I was watching it in my room too.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh, that is not the direction I
Wait,
thought you were going with
Why
that.
does the music sound? Oh no!
Oh,
This
fuck.
is terrible.
Oh,
It's like Kyle walks in, it's like, hey, what are you watching? And it's like, oh damn, mom, I'm watching that too.
I'm gonna go get some popcorn. Like, it's good. It's a good movie. Like,
To be fair though, a lot of HBO stuff is kind of also like low key softcore.
yeah, but you
Like,
gotta admit though,
yeah.
porn music slaps.
I'm gonna fight you on that. No, I'm gonna fight you on that.
No, not even just like the stereotypical like. Like not like that. Oh no, that shit's whack. I'm talking about some of the new age stuff. You know what I mean? Some of it is just actually good track.
Oh yeah, all them indie bands who like think it's like, oh yeah, you want
Yes.
to like use this track in our porn
Yes,
video?
yes,
It's like,
that's what I'm talking
like-
about.
it's like how much royalties? 2 cents. All right, yo, use it.
The porn industry,
Hey!
I think they can afford a little more than that.
No, but ask for
At
this
least
guy,
5 cents. I'm gonna do you guys one better though. Instead of answering the question, I'm gonna take it to an even more fucked up place.
Oh dear God, here we go.
Exactly what way would you kill yourself if you found out that you jacked off to vintage porn and you found out later it was your mom?
Ooh.
How would you? What would you?
Whatever's quickest. Find me a
Kyle
window.
first. I have to
I'll
think
let
about
gravity
this a
handle
little
the rest.
do?
No.
Not going the Viva Fidel route. Okay,
Okay.
I would go out with a
Nah.
bang.
Nah, I don't think I'd kill myself. Really.
No, you
I
live
would-
with the
I-
shame.
No. Listen. I have done a lot of fucked up shit already.
Yeah.
And like, Yeah, just drowning puppies. Like, it's like it's
just standard day's work for Dennis.
It's not it's not the most what do you call it? The most lucrative work, but it's honest work. Okay,
Dennis, I know how much you love dogs. I know how much you love dogs. If I found out you fucking, I would kill you.
I know, I would never. I love dogs.
Wage a fucking war.
I would kill
start
another
a revolution against this guy.
I would kill another person for a dog. Like, I'm honestly thinking, like, I am so Thanos minded when it comes to people, where it's like, you don't really need you. Like, I'd take that dog over you. That dog loves me. I don't even know you. Fuck you.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Die. I'll take that dog. Fuck you and your mother. Give me that dog.
Hey there, little lady.
I really want a modern day Johnny
I do
Bravo.
too, but it wouldn't work.
I know.
No, not at all.
Like, the women wouldn't physically beat him up like they did in the old cartoons. They would just like put him.
They would
just put him on Gawker. You know what I mean? They would just put him on Gawker or some shit, or like just put him on Twitter. Be like, all right, this guy is an actual sexual predator, and there's like literally hundreds of women who would be able to fucking testify to that, because he technically is.
Oh yeah, testify. But he's never like actually like groped them or anything. From what I've seen,
Has he not?
No,
Kyle.
He's always just kind of like.
Kyle, do you remember anything? Has Johnny Bravo ever taken that leap?
He never been forceful.
Oh God, he's been like Johnny Bravo is like the surface level like creepy dude. Like
but he wouldn't go further with it though. That's the thing though.
I don't think he would. No. I don't think so.
Because he actually does genuinely love women, but he's not gonna like forcefully like like I don't know do some Harvey Weinstein shit. Like because for one he doesn't have to, and truthfully, in his universe, like, no women likes him, but I know for a fact, like, women would like him if in the real world. But it's like,
he would be that top.
False accusations are like just the name of the game nowadays.
He would be in like the top 1% of guys that actually do get laid on Tinder, but solely because of his looks. like nothing else. Like every woman would like regret fucking him.
I mean, he definitely he has money because he only shops at the 99-cent store or the $3 store.
That's the biggest brain shit I've ever heard. Anybody who shops at the 99-cent store, you would think they're broke, but no, that motherfucker's saving money.
Yeah, because he gives it all to his mom.
That's true.
We all that's the reason why Johnny Bravo, like, I always thought like was one of the most likable characters ever, because like it was kind of like in between the lines with a lot of that stuff, but like he genuinely is a good guy. Like, yeah, he stays home, take care of his mom, and like gives money when he needs to, and like he just kind of lives frugally. Like, he's one of the most wholesome dudes we have.
Yeah, he is. I actually do agree with that to an extent. It's like he has this whole shell to him, like of something that he's trying to be, but deep down that's not completely what he is. It comes from like an actual deep-rooted love of women, but he's not actually like a misogynist in that sense. He's just like young and stupid, but that deep down he's actually like genuine in that sense, which this is a horrible segue, but speaking of Kyle, on a scale of
I never even got to answer the question.
What question? Sorry.
If you later found
out. Oh yeah,
you
said you wouldn't. Yeah, you said you wouldn't kill yourself. I thought that was your answer.
No, I had like a bit of reasoning to it, because it's like it's like I already checked off to it. Yeah. It's like, I don't feel good about it, obviously, but it's like at the very least, like I'll be able to, at least for me, I know a lot of people would be very different when it comes to this shit, but like I would be able to at least compartmentalize that. Like it's like, all right, that happened. I don't like it. And also, like, thanks, Mom, for, telling me the truth. Like, thanks for lying to me.
If anybody ever found out, they're going to call me Dennis McFly for the rest of my life.
I mean, but her name's never going to be out there in public anyways, because, like, porn stars always have, like, their own stage names. So, like, no one's going to really know.
That is true.
So it's like, I'm going to be okay. Although, at the same time, if, let's say, in another part of the scenario, like, someone did find out, and it's like, yo, is this your mom? And I'm like, yeah. What, you jerk off to her too? Whatever, go fuck yourself. And just like, just walk the other way. Because like, what the fuck? What, like, what happened? Like, I can't do nothing about it.
I would say too.
That is like peak post-nut clarity.
Yeah.
Like, that's like an ascended level of post-nut clarity.
Look, shit happened already. It's in the past. Like, I even say, like, I wouldn't like it, obviously. I'd feel a little dirty with myself. But at the same time, it's like, okay, like, wasn't the best nut I ever had, so like, you know, it's not anything special. Like, you know, I was like, whatever. Like, okay.
No, well, you know, wasn't the worst.
I mean, it's gonna be a couple awkward dinners, sure, but you know, like, she's still my mom. Like, you know, and I still love my mom. So like, therefore, I mean, it's not gonna stop me from loving her. You know?
Yeah.
And like, you know, as far as me, like I would be
Giving
angry
this
because
so
like,
much more thought than I thought you were going to.
No, because like it's one of those things. It's like one of those things where like I've had conversations like this, like not exactly like this one, but like, you know, where I do kind of have like a hypothetical and they just go like 1,000 miles with it.
Mm-hmm.
And truthfully, it's kind of like, you know, I'd kind of understand because like I know for a fact like at least a lot of women who do porn, but even like guys who do it, it's kind of just always like it's half like, oh yeah, I love it, and then the other half is kind of like, oh, like I did it to make ends meet and shit. And back then, obviously, you know, women didn't have OnlyFans to, you know, like safely do shit and like, you know, have that and sell that like, you know, online. You had to either, you know, if you were trying to go into sex work for a quick buck, then usually it was either stripping or porn. And usually porn, I think, is a little bit more profitable, even though it's way more seedy. I think even more than stripping, just because of like that whole industry itself is just kind of like, ugh,
a lot of the top
you know?
earners on OnlyFans now, though. I mean, that definitely the environment has changed. That likelihood, you know, it's like $250K a year is what I think some of the top earners on that shit are making.
Wow.
Which is just
I'm barely sniffing 30.
I wish I had me a pair of titties, and
I could barely afford health insurance, but honestly,
I'd be out here collecting unemployment. Like, and I'm just like reading like shit like that, and I'm just kind of like, yo, what if I just spread my asshole? Like, would anyone like that? Like, you know, like, and I don't really got like a big Twitter following or whatever, and I'm just kind of like, you know, like, would you guys be into that?
Yeah.
Like,
you know what? Let's hear it for the boys. How come I can't jack off on a camera and then become a philanthropist? How come I can't do that? God,
David,
when is the world going to learn to appreciate men?
David, can I tell you something real quick?
What?
So, something that happened that I could not believe.
Did you do a spread for Playgirl magazine?
Oh, nah, I wish.
Oh.
Nah, I wish.
Because I did.
But one of my favorite.
I like pulled my ass cheeks apart and everything, dude. And
hold on.
let's let them all know. They said like, "Hey, you're a handsome enough lad," you know.
Oh, if I laugh too hard,
I did it with Kyle. He was on page 8.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you weren't supposed to tell that either. Fuck.
Dude,
I gotta go.
Dude, you guys are fucking gross. And I'm joking.
Dude, they made us kiss and everything.
Oh. Yeah, I bet that wasn't even like that. Like, do we need this for the issue? That was just like the director. Like, nah, I'm like, you know, just like I just want to.
Imagine they make two straight dudes kiss, and it doesn't even make the fucking magazine. Like, it doesn't even make print.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just like, and then you realize like what you basically did on camera. Like that photo is probably in someone's like hard drive. And
it's just that like the fucking Playgirl mansion, like proudly on display. It's just you like just fucking like biting tongue with another man.
And it's like nobody notices it except for the two of you.
Oh,
and you're just kind of like,
fuck. Well, like you said, you know, whatever. Jacking off to old photos of your mom, you know, making out with another dude. It's in the past. It's all in the past. You know, like you can't take that back.
I knew for a fact David was just gonna basically like marginalize everything that I had said before.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like.
You marginalized my fucking manhood by putting a good headshot of me on a simp card, you fucking piece of shit.
All
right, so David, you know what?
You're doing great,
David,
Dennis. Keep up the good work.
I'm gonna make you a promise.
Do you have any idea what this guy is gonna do to me now? He has leverage over me now.
You're damn right I do.
David, I think
more than he already had.
The majority of the community has leverage over you now.
You better honestly, the rich keep getting richer at this point. So
yeah, like David, you gotta be a good boy now.
Fucking Riz has that shit now. He saved it. Oh, I mean, it's my fault for tweeting it out, but I knew that shit was gonna garner some attention to the account. So,
David, I was crying laughing when I saw that post that you put up on our podcast Twitter. I was crying laughing when I saw that because I did not. I whenever I do send stuff like that to you,
yeah,
I know for a fact like we always have a good laugh about it, but there's always like this really like kind of at least sort of sensitive part. I always like just bury that shit down anyways. No. But like there's always this little sensitive
part. You
part
say whatever the fuck you want to me. You know that.
I know, but I'm not a heartless guy either.
Yeah, you are.
You know? Like, because if if something really did offend you, then I would obviously apologize. But that one part of me is just kind of like, I buried that shit so far down at this point where it's just kind of like every now and then it just kind of springs up like, maybe like, it's like in that little meek mouse voice, like, maybe you kind of fucked up a little bit.
Welcome to my world, Dennis. That's me with everyone. You have any idea how badly I could rip on my friends on an existential level, but I don't, because if I do that publicly, I risk actually offending people. There are people in the community who hate me for some pretty irrational reasons, my dude. You want me to give them rational reasons? You want me to throw that shit out there? I've heard Kyle say some shit to Riz that, holy fuck, if I said it on this fucking podcast, oh boy.
Hell yeah, baby.
You want to talk about actually getting people canceled?
I gotta go.
He's gotta go. It's over, man. No, I will never forget Smash Khan. Holy fuck, Whitewan Khan. That guy was incredible. I will never forget White. I hope he's doing well.
That guy was
nowadays. He was, dude. You should have seen me when I saw.
Oh, wait, can you tell me the story?
Yes, I will tell you the story of Whitewan Khan. Right, so we're at Smash Con 2018. Right, I'm just walking around by myself. I was there with my now ex-girlfriend at the time and our other friends and shit. I was by myself. I was walking. And I see this guy, right? I see this guy out of the corner of my eye who straight up looks like the Caucasian version of Rizwan Khan. To the face, to like the fucking body, they had the similar hairstyles, everything. He was straight up a white version of my friend, and I couldn't let this man get away from me. I couldn't let him slip through my grasp at this point because I had nobody around me. I was losing my shit subtly. Like I was laughing like an idiot in like the middle of this convention. People were looking at me weird. And so like I started texting my friends. I was like sort of like corner creeping as well. Like this is the kind of shit I could have gotten arrested for, right? I was like walking around to the side of him, trying so hard to subtly snap a photo and get enough of his face without him noticing me. It was the most difficult thing that I've ever had to do, and I was able to somehow get it, showed it to a lot of my friends and whatnot, and we concluded that by the end of that weekend, we had to find this guy and like get him to take a picture with Riz, and lo and behold, destiny struck itself. I found the dude again. Randomly in the convention, like the next day, I found him. I'm like, "Oh, dude, it's you! Hey!" And we like met up and stuff. And I asked if I could take a picture with him because he looks like my friend. He was like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like, I literally told him like, "Can you wait here for a second? We gotta find like our friend. You looks like the striking image of you, except he's like a shade of brown. If I could find him for you, this would be amazing." He was such a good sport about it, like Kyle said. He's like, "Sure, man." And then like, oh fuck, because I showed it to Riz like the night before when we were getting Korean barbecue, and these were Riz's exact reaction. This was him, right? He looked at it and it was like, all right, well, I mean, that guy doesn't necessarily look like a white I mean, oh man. Damn it. Like, it was actually kind of upset.
that defeated tone, just like, oh shit.
And then we took a picture of them
right.
the next day. Fuck it, I'm putting it on screen right now if I can find it. It's like deep in my phone somewhere. That is Riz with Whitewan Khan, who was a melee player who mained Sheik.
Yeah, it was wild.
Ooh, okay,
he was literally Riz from another dimension.
Yeah, we might have caused a rift.
It was amazing.
We like fuck something up.
And then there's me where I'm like another addition to the Double D Experience cinematic universe. It's like that portal scene just gets bigger and bigger where it's just like right now it's me, David, and Kyle, and then also Whitewan Khan like also is like there with us, like facing Thanos' army.
Hey, Whitewan Khan, man, as long as he's got those chain grabs on point, that's melee Sheik we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. If he's got those on point, he'll fuck up that entire army. We are solid on that front, my friends. But hey, talking about Smash Kyle, on a scale of 1 to let me think about this. On a scale of 1 to Donald Trump's excitement levels when he saw a crushed mailbox, did you how that happened? Yeah. Do you how do you feel about Nairo's return to streaming today?
You know what? I've had a lot of thoughts about this as this whole saga has played out, and my advice to anybody that's feeling a way about this, I encourage you to do your own research and form your own opinion, like a person.
Yeah, Dennis, we've talked about the Nairo situation a million times.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I encourage anybody that to do your own research and think diligently. And I've done my own research, of course. And you know what? I caught a little bit of it today, before we came on. Something
Same.
just feels like it feels nostalgic. It's weird. Like
Right?
it's like you know that he's gone through so much, in it's almost been a year, since this whole thing happened. And like anyone that's followed the situation knows about what Nairo has gone through and what he's still currently going through in regards to all that. Something just feels really like comforting. It's like mac and cheese. Like it feels very comforting. Like
Equates a streamer to
Yeah.
mac and cheese. I love it.
but like
Someone quote that shit.
It's comfort food, It's like just watching Nairo like interact with a chat and like play Super Smash Brothers and still be really fucking good, which is like kind of terrifying. And like, I hope that
Almost like as if he never left.
That's how I felt.
yeah.
My exact
Yeah.
words, Dennis.
it's as if like he didn't skip a beat. And I hope that he can hopefully the stuff with Twitch and like all that all what comes with that potentially works itself out. And a lot of people are of the same of the same mind where it's like, once Twitch sees how much money or he's raking in with the YouTube stuff right now, they're gonna be like, it's like, my bad, man, I left you on red. It's like, nah, like whatever, fuck Twitch. But
fuck it.
Nairo should start his own streaming service. Just call
with
it
blackjack
like
and hookers.
Nyrix, something like that. I
But
don't know.
listen,
just like
I hope
whatever.
that he continues to to find whatever piece he searches for, and I hope that the content continues to pop off. I'm sure it's going to be weird for him. It's weird for us. It's like do we enjoy this thing? Like, do we not? I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I think it's great. I think there's enough information has come out about that to where I feel comfortable in being able to support my friend. And yeah, that's how I feel. It's very nostalgic. That's how I feel. I feel very warm. Like I just peed my pants.
Wow, I did not know that. That's what I was going to punctuate that
The
with.
same. But to me, to repeat,
I was not expecting that.
to echo Dennis's sentiment, exact words, man. I felt like he never left. I didn't like get this sudden jolt all of a sudden, like when I fucking like saw him again on a stream or anything. It literally felt like, all right, I'm gonna turn on Nairo like I used to do every day, and just watch him again as like my favorite content creator, like he was, man. I donated a little bit, like let him know a message that I'm really happy to have you back and whatnot, all that good stuff. And it's like it was surreal is what it was. It was way less emotional in the sense that like how like a lot of people would have pictured it being or like what they said it was going to be. It literally felt like a friend that never left, that like you hadn't spoken to or seen in like however God knows how long, a year. But then the second you're back, you don't need any grand introduction or anything like that on anything to make it back. It's like you're still friends. You still have that connection, and it. I mean, not to compare the parasocial relationship of like a streamer and the viewer to like an actual like friendship. You know what I mean? Like it just literally felt like this person like never left.
I mean, for me, like, I don't really know. I knew him from some videos that I did watch. Not even about like the whole drama that happened, but like, he was a fantastic player. He still is, like, like there's nothing. Nobody can take that away from him. I even like to imagine, like, when that whole shitstorm was going on, he was still practicing. Hence the reason why, like, it looks as if he never left. Because I know, like, when it comes to certain games, like, if you drop it for a good amount of time, like, you'll figure out, or at least you'll realize real quick that, wow, I suck, and I gotta practice. But it looked as if like he was just keeping at it, like as if shit was going on in his life, sure, but like he's like. Maybe I even like to admit, I like to even think Smash kind of gave him some comfort when all this shit was kind of going on. Like, I like to imagine that, like, because everyone kind of has like a different form of escapism or even coping mechanism to kind of just have them get away from all the, like, bad shit going on in their lives. And like me and David were even saying, like some people even go to tournaments to do that, even though it's like, why are you here?
That's why I try to be very vocal on this show about a lot of the issues that the Smash community has gone through, especially from the Me Too movement that happened in it last July. You know how I feel about that, Dennis. I think the community needs to just be honest with itself about what it is moving
And
forward.
grow the fuck up,
It's
too.
not even just a matter of that, you know. Like I just feel like, you know, Smash is like a scene is just. I feel like there's this notion that like it's, you know, I'm not gonna get into that right now. What were you? I
know.
didn't mean to.
My whole thing is no, it's okay. It's like my whole thing is that like at least for any community, it's like you got to grow the fuck up and not be so quick to finger pointing shit all the time, because again, you have no idea, you have no true idea as to like what at least he went through, and it may be truly some time before he like. I mean, I know he had like a video that he kind of just went into like, you know, what happened and everything, but I'm pretty sure like, you know, he still hasn't really even kind of made true peace with it. He's doing a lot better, sure, but I honestly also feel as if like, you know, it's gonna be some time till like he'll like be able to kind of clean those skeletons out of his closet. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine
Like,
what it must be like to be a victim of such a heinous act like that. I can't. I don't want to imagine the uncomfortable nature of it. You know, just like the inconsistent feelings of, was this my fault? Like, was it not my fault? Because especially with male victims of sexual assault, they often do blame themselves as well. It's a very common thing with sexual assault victims, and that's what he did for a very long time. It's any semblance of peace that he can find is not only something that, you know, I hope he does, it's what he deserves at the end of the day than anything else, as well as to just make bank bodying people with that Sephiroth when offline events return. Because if anything else, if he actually can't go to events because he can't appear on a Twitch stream just because of that, I don't fucking know what to say. That's just... Twitch has you made some head-ass decisions in the past. I even mentioned this like last week on the show. I feel like YouTube and Twitch are in this perpetual like war where they made a bet so long ago. All right, by the year 20 whatever, I will be the shittiest content creation platform. And they keep one-upping each other constantly. Like YouTube had like the whole copyright thing, and then Twitch has like its inconsistent, you know, like favoritism when it comes to their rules and regulations and whatnot. Like we talked about Mango getting banned for 3 days for humping a statue.
Oh God,
that actually happened. Meanwhile, there are actual like sex worker streamers on Twitch who don't get banned for sexual content. It's suddenly not a problem when they do it. Not that
they get banned for dick. They don't get banned.
They don't. It's like Alinity had to ask. We talked about all that last week. But yeah, as far as those stories go, man, it's definitely like a heinous thing. You know my stance. I just feel like more than anything else, before the community can move on, which is one reason I feel like people are a little iffy to be just jumping right back to locals, like minus the pandemic and everything. It's because I just feel like the community just needs to be honest about itself, what it is, before we move forward. And what I mean by that, and I've said this on the show before, it's actually our most viewed segment, Degness, from the podcast. When I'm Denial, Kyle, Kennis,
Dane's like Dave is like losing brain cells like as like the time goes on.
I just look at my graphics card through my computer window. It's just so shiny.
David's gonna like forget my name eventually.
Double day. My mom took the stairs down because I am grounded.
What happened to the stairs?
And then I'm just there with
I'm a woodpecker.
I'm like Rolf with my 3 shoes, and I'm like, you ready for the almighty 3-shoe beating? I actually love Rolf. All is forgiven. All is forgiven. I love Rolf.
Rolf was the best character on that show.
Arguably, yeah. Like, I honestly did not like... I didn't care for most of them. I thought Sarah was annoying.
Life has many doors, Ed Bye.
And let's even be honest, too. All the memes that we know from Ed and Eddie are Rolf memes. Are all
or
Rolf
just
memes.
the music.
Like,
when somebody gets hit, you hear like, that's it. Like, that's another one.
Or no, my favorite, one of my favorite like Ed and Eddie like sound bits. It's like every time I play it, it just gives me like uncontrollable fits of laughter. But it's like Eddie buffing the butt of one of the pigs, and it just makes that it's like the oinking noise. It's like
whoever the Foley artist was for that show.
Give him a raise.
God among men.
Yeah.
God among men, God
Yeah.
among women, whoever they were.
I love that
Incredible
show so
audio
much.
design. God.
I love that show
Yeah.
so much.
But,
I was so sad when it ended.
same.
I thought I really like that reveal with Eddie's brother. Like I was like, I know 4 guys who.
You want to talk about abusive relationships? Like, that shit was legit. Like, between Eddie and his older brother.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. I mean, to conclude, what I was saying here is that I just think more than anything else, before the Smash community jumps the gun and like opens locals, moves to the way that it is, it's like you're not just one full entity and like how many people are in it. I just feel like the community more than anything else, and no one, not even top players or anything else or top commentators, whatever, are saying this. I just think the community needs to be honest with itself about what it is before moving forward. And what I mean by that is that the Smash community has never been a place for kids. It's never been inappropriate culture for kids. It's like it's a very party-like atmosphere at a lot of different types of tournaments and whatnot. People like to do really ratchet, wild shit in there. You know, people like not even just swear. You know, like just drinking and shit. Drugs is very normalized in the culture as well. At the very least, at majors and hotel rooms and stuff. After parties where like some people don't give a shit if like minors come in or they give them alcohol and whatnot. It's all incredibly inappropriate stuff. Smash and Splash. I mean, Dennis, I told my Smash and Splash story on this podcast. I'm not going into that again. Point is, it's like none of that shit has ever been an appropriate environment for a kid, and I just feel like people think that the Smash community, just because the game itself is like this family-friendly thing, that the scene is family-friendly. And it never has been in like the entire history of it, like up until now. So I just feel like, you know, as a result, me personally, I think at least majors need to be like separated by age group or whatnot, or, you know, have like a parent guardian with like the children the whole time. Because as it stands right now, I can't go until we're an hour and a half or hour 28 minutes in. I'm not going to go into the logistics of it. As the way,
and we've had this conversation before too. So like,
I just know like some more people might be listening to this one because of Koopa. I just wanted to get that out there one more time on what I think. So
I listen. I agree with you, and I've talked about this. You know, both in public and in private sectors with other people too, just to get my points across. But I think this is going to issue in a new era of accountability. I think something that was...
I sure as fuck hope so.
I want to have... I mean, I'm always a glass half full type of dude, so I'm always gonna hope for a better tomorrow. And, you know, I've seen enough... I've seen enough people, you know, kind of... It's going to be weird. I think on a bigger scale of things, it's going to really be interesting to see how all this is taken into effect, like you were saying, David. And, you know, I want to have faith in the powers that be, because, like, I know, at least in the backyard that we reside in, I have confidence in the people here that things are going to be ran well, that that accountability is going to be, you know, accounted for you know, for lack of a better word, and that things are going to feel safe here. I can't speak for everywhere else because that's somebody else's house. I haven't been there yet. So I'm probably going to be hesitant to like go anywhere for a while until I don't want this to be like a security like thing, you know, when that shooting happened at that Madden tournament, like, you know, 4 years ago.
Christ.
And, you know,
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, you know, I don't want this to be. I want this to be like at the forefront and not like an afterthought. And you know, some jackass with a paintball gun standing outside with a metal detector is going to be the guy checking my bag when, you know, I'm staff and I get to go in for free anyway. But still, check my bag. If I have to pay, listen, if I have to pay like an extra $10 in venue for security, fuck it. Like I spent money on worse things. I watch anime. Like, come on, like Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. Wait, then Kyle, what you just said right now just kind of piqued my interest just a little bit. Have you been
fucking
watching?
Knew you were
Attack
gonna
on
fucking
Titan?
say Attack on Titan. You
So,
goddamn
I tweet
anime
you know what?
incel inbred bitch.
Ignore
Fucking
the normal
weeaboo trash.
Ignore him.
I
anyways.
will. This
Kyle,
is
have
where
you
I.
been watching it?
This is where I
tosser.
well, sweet Mother Teresa on a hood of a Mercedes Benz.
No, I don't want no screwing around.
Every time I mention even the name of the anime, David pops off with the crazy ass like.
All right, Aaron,
Harmonize with me, maggot.
All right, Aaron Coconut, what's your story?
I have due to contrary belief, I actually haven't kept up with Attack on Titan since the second season because I got kind of kind of bored. But I remember vividly one of the first conventions I went to was like the summer where Attack on Titan Abridged was like really fucking popular. So like, and like I got it. I'm even like recently, like whenever I've gone to like conventions, like the Attack on Titan cosplays are very popular. My favorite variety being the scouts that have their gas tanks are Jägermeister bottles and their swords are Red Bull cans. Which is like fucking peak cosplay. So shout out to those guys. That's great.
I do like I don't know if you've seen it, but like the big kind of the longish coat that a lot of the current at least the current season, like a lot of the soldiers that are wearing now. I'm like, I mean, if I had to cosplay, I'd be like, I'd wear that and have a goofy ass haircut and just walk in and be like, yeah, I'm this guy. I don't kill Titans. I die, actually. Yeah, I die. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm a dead character. You guys like that?
Like Potato Girl.
Yeah, that's like Potato Girl.
Just like Potato Girl all over again.
Okay, wait, Kyle. What is the worst anime that you've watched in your life? And could you explain the plot in 20 words or less?
School Days. It's the worst anime I've ever watched.
Okay, the plot of it? David's about to cringe internally right now.
Okay, School Days.
You can't see it, but my body has been like twisted in like a pretzel shape for the last like 180 seconds.
School Days is about this really, it's about this really shitty dude who cheats on his girlfriend a lot, and then
this is
sounds
the
like class act.
best human.
And then listen. The show is dog shit for 9 episodes and 50 minutes. The last like 20, it was like 9 episodes and 40 minutes. The last 20 minutes of the show, worth it, so worth it. Just.
Wow, nine episodes of shit makes it up by the last episode.
Look, it's like, I can't even describe it. Just Google School Days ending when you get done with this, and let me.
Okay, then.
Yeah, and. I expect to hear a vivid review of it in your next podcast episode to make David very upset.
Okay, then my last question.
I'm here for it.
Have you watched Boku no Pico?
Not by choice. I went to
Yo, but ain't it so? But ain't it so good though?
No. The fuck? I'll put up with. To quote one.
It's so fire, bro. It's so fire, man.
To quote,
holy shit, it's so good. It's like Attack on Titan's level of storytelling. It's so fucking good, David. You should totally watch it. It's so good,
bro.
To quote
I'll buy Crunchyroll
unnamed
just for it. I'll get a fucking. Listen, I'll talk to Koopa, get a discount through Camelang.
Listen. To quote unnamed, not so grump. Sometimes you wake up and you have to ask yourself, "What am I willing to put up with today? Not fucking this. Not fucking this."
I'll even admit it.
I thought you were talking about Danny for a second when you said unnamed not so grump. I was gonna say we stand the fuck out of Danny, motherfucking sexbang.
You've driven in my car. How many times have I played Under the Covers? Come on.
A lot.
What do you? Yeah. Get out of here with that shit.
Usually you just play Disney shit.
Yeah, and Under the Covers.
Down to business.
Yo, hold up.
What's
wrong with Disney shit? You have something.
Don't finish that. Don't finish that.
The Huns.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you thought I was going to say something different, didn't you?
No, not at all. What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Yeah. But no, Disney music slaps. I'll never forget when we were driving to Glenn's house and we were just blasting Eye to Eye in the car, and I'm like, I was literally crying by the time the song was over. I was just like, it's such a fucking banger.
Goofy soundtrack, legit is one of those like it's kind of low key, but it hits different.
Stand out.
It really is. It
above
really is.
The crowd, even if I gotta shout out.
Like, hi, I'm not even being funny right now. Like that soundtrack, like literally
it slaps.
Does slap.
It's so good,
dude.
It's
Powerline.
fantastic.
I cry myself to sleep every night because he's not real.
All right, David. Anyways, Kyle.
The question you had a question for our guest, didn't you? What a good Dennis. I will definitely say you have been so much better of a podcast host this episode than I have. Can I fucking say that?
I mean, I just do what I always do. You know,
that's why I chose you.
So
that's why I proposed.
Okay. Anyways,
hell yeah, brother, you got a fucking problem. I'm not Dennis. I'm not gay. I just have like a single same-sex cell attraction to you. But I'm not gay.
Sounds pretty.
Oh my
sounds
God.
pretty gay.
I like
dog.
your dick, not dick.
Did you ever see that scene between Ice-T and like
Yes.
the character in
Yes.
SVU?
Yeah, I am not gay. I have relationships
have
with women,
It's sex with men.
and I got news for you. That means you're gay. And he just stares like his fucking mind was just blown. But having sex with men makes me gay? What?
Kyle, you have to see this.
Yeah,
Fucking
like
Oh my
I-
God.
It is so fucking funny because it's Ice-T talking. It's him telling this, at least from a glance, like I was about to say homoerotic, what the fuck, hetero dude, like telling him like, you're gay.
Yeah, Kyle,
You're
hold
gay.
on a second. I fucking... There you go.
So
There you go.
so
You watch
fucking
that when you
funny.
get a second.
I will put it on my list of things to do.
Right. It's like a 30-second clip,
It's
but
so
yeah.
Right.
So fucking.
All right. We are...
Shake-
So, Kyle, I mean, unless you have anything else on your mind or anything else you want to actually talk about to have a semblance of structure on our pristine lack of structure podcast, then I think afterwards, I think we'd be just about ready to wrap.
Nah, I'm good. Listen, thank you,
All right.
thank you so much for letting me sit in on mom and dad fighting equivalents for an hour and a half.
I am
In no
daddy.
world am I your father.
No, that's true.
I am daddy.
Right. If I was the mom, this would be kind of shocking.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Just
That's a
call
deep
me
cut,
daddy.
That's a deep cut SpongeBob reference, and I love
If
it.
you, I wish you could see like the deadness in my eyes after David just said that line. I was like,
Every one of my conversations with Dennis ends with one of us being wide-eyed and our faces hurt from laughing, and the other person just being like, "Oh my fucking god."
That sounds
I mean,
dramatic.
to be fair though, that is basically
Oh
love.
hell yeah, brother! I know it.
I truly feel like if even like your girlfriend hasn't rolled her eyes on your dumbass jokes at least once, it's like she don't know you. She's like, oh my god, yeah. It's so
Yeah, if she
funny."
laughs at everything, like
so
if you make like
funny.
a shitty, edgy school shooting joke, and she's just like, she's like laughing at you. No, she's a simp, bro. Let her go.
I can't tell you how many times like I've said some real dumbass shit in front of my girlfriend, and she just like stared at me and says like, "That wasn't that funny."
Get fucked.
It's like,
That's a shake. That's a Koop'd Up shake between you and your girl.
it's like no, it's like mm-mm. That wasn't that funny.
Oh,
And like the joke that I made was literally like a 9/11 joke. It's like,
Oh my god.
it's like, nah, that was a low tier
Ow!
9/11 joke.
oh God, Dennis, if you're gonna be, you gotta watch it swinging that edge around. You might hit somebody. All right. Well,
Well, David, why don't you just get out of the way?
I miss you. I miss you too, Kyle. I miss everybody. All right. Dennis already ruined my life on social media today, so it's.
I did not ruin
You ruined-
a thing.
you
You were
ruined-
gonna get famous
Oh,
off of
please.
that.
You ruined my life for 3 days. Let's go with that. All right. Anything else?
I'll make it 3. No, I'll make it 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, I invited you to do the show with me, didn't I?
Every new profile pic you have on Twitter, I'm gonna turn it into a
All right.
SIP card. Just letting you
Let
know
that be my legacy.
Love it.
Been with actual Simps, man. You don't even know the half of it. Anyway,
It's just like a whole photo album of SIM cards that like I send you.
I can get into any library. All right, well, I guess it's time to wrap, my friends. Yeah, before I'm not even going to plug this first, because instead I'm going to do this. Check it out. Boom. Right on screen there, the Koop'd Up Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. If this wasn't enough for you, if hearing us and Dennis scream over each other, over the guy you actually probably came to this podcast wanting to hear, wasn't enough for you, guess what? He has his own podcast that you can actually listen to him talk more. It's crazy.
It's okay.
Shut the fuck up. Why do you gotta fucking ruin everything? God damn it. Listen to the Koop'd Up Podcast. It is a media podcast that are good.
It's mediocre.
I can't.
It's not even A tier. It's like C tier. It's okay.
Kyle, don't listen
Y'all
to
can
him.
check it out. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
listen.
I'm joking. Okay. Damn.
I'm just looking at Kyle's like fucking like VU meter, and it's not even going up. He's not laughing, bro. There. Oh, he lost the happy for a second.
Yeah, lost the happy, but the happy's back.
Kyle says that as he's like already just like has his clenched fists. He's like, yo, if I ever find Dennis, I'm gonna sock him in the face.
I'm gonna punch this guy so hard in the fucking mouth.
I am going to literally destroy his wontons. I am literally gonna destroy his egg roll. I will destroy.
Do you kiss your fucking mother with that mouth?
No, I kiss your mother with.
Oh, ayo.
One of you is definitely a Capricorn.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the plug, my friend.
Of course, the Koop'd Up Podcast. He posts it. It's actually once a week now, is it not?
Yep, every Saturday. Got an episode dropping this Saturday.
Which means that episode is dropping tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You want to hear more of Kyle, check out his podcast tomorrow, and definitely check out the recent episode if you want to hear a certain handsome man whose picture wound up being on the wrong end of a Simp card.
Oh my god.
It's me.
It's your boy. We talked about Paper Mario and stuff, and Mario 35, and our favorite movies and shows, the whole thing, the banter. Kyle likes to get to the bottom of what you're watching. Latest, greatest new podcast from in and out of the Smash community, and just Kyle's good foray into content creation, which I'm still so proud of him to see him doing after all this time, more than anything else. Glad to help each other out on that front. And if you want something to energize you, will you stop for
Oh, sorry.
Masturbate later. Jesus Christ.
Do the fucking outro. This guy. Look, Dennis. I know my voice turns a lot of people on, but you gotta relax, man. All right.
I will not be silenced, you fucking simp.
That's fine. Well, in case you need something to silence you and want something actually good going down your throat on the way down, check this out. Rise Cold Brew. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get yourself a good myriad of flavors of delicious, organic, nitrogenated cold brew beverages. It comes in a variety of flavors: original black, classic latte, oat milk vanilla, which just dropped and is in King's Markets today if you want to pick that up, oat milk mocha, oat milk latte, all that good stuff. And you can check out the oat milk as well. It comes in original vanilla and chocolate flavors. And do not forget to use the special referral link down in the description below, using special discount code Nintoonist to get yourself 10% off and to send yourself a commission of that sale directly to us at the Double D Podcast as well, and help support our content creation and our podcast endeavors. So not only will you be getting a discount using the code, but if you use that special referral link with the code, you will be directly supporting the podcast as well. It is the best way to do it while getting yourself some tasty drinks to down in the meantime. Energize your car rides, your gaming sessions, whatever you got going on for you. Rise Cold Brew, you gotta love it. Riz Cold Brew, tastes even better. And I think we're pretty much done here, gentlemen. Any closing marks?
Please use that code because I'm unemployed and I need money.
Yeah, I will be. Listen,
I'm being real, okay?
I'll be using my promo code when I get paid tomorrow. And yeah, check me out on the internet at Koopa NJ across platforms.
Oh, he also streams.
I stream, yeah. Yes. I'm streaming Breath of the Wild. That game's fucking scary, but I'll talk about that another day.
Kyle, so I gotta ask, when is you gonna be your hot tub stream?
You can actually answer that.
Listen. If we get a fourth stimmy, I've already promised myself I'm buying a hot tub. So y'all already fucking know.
I'm fucking a girl down in your hot tub.
Oh damn.
That's how you get like chlamydia. You fucking idiot.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like we're in a pandemic, David.
In a global panini?
What
you fucking
that's probably
stupid?
Yo, real talk. That's probably the best revenge I could probably get on Kyle is to just fuck some girl in this hot tub.
And you give him corona and STDs.
Just it floats around in the water, as we all know coronavirus does. Well, we're done.
I fucking hate all of you.
Lights off, baby. Woo! See you later.
Bye.
Fuck your mother.